Hello, welcome to Work Hard, Dream Harder. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tia, and we're just two best friends waffling about life and trying to survive until we're 30.
You know what it is. Back at it again with a back.
Stop it!
Stop making fetch happen. Is that what you think?
It's not going to happen. It's not
Banger,
cool.
banger after banger, banger.
Please in the comments tell her to stop. I might just comment myself, just stop. I thought it'd be interesting to discuss adulthood compared to movies, because films is a passion of mine and Sarah's. We thought it'd be interesting to distinguish the difference between what coming of age movies are like and what real life is actually like.
Basically a shithole.
So like a coming of age film they're usually like what, 16, 17, something like that, and it shows them getting most of the time getting their life all set in stone for them. They win a scholarship at their favourite college, or they get with the man of their dreams, or they get that ideal job.
Life is not like a film, and I think sometimes these coming of age movies, especially the American ones, they're like, it just wraps up so neat, like get the good grades and get the good college.
Yeah, like if you get into a college scholarship and you pass with flying colours, that's it, you're set for life. Like, you're going to be golden. If you meet that boy at 17, you guys are going to get married and have a whole family, and you're going to be happily ever after.
But we know in reality that I feel like at that age you're developing your identity, and I feel like it's not all rainbows like they present it to be. I felt like there's not a lot of coming of age movies that I feel like I can relate to, because I think my teenage years were a lot more difficult in that, like, it's the time where you don't know who you are, and I think what I realised a trope is, they realise they haven't fallen in love, they haven't got their first kiss, they want to have sex, and then they get peer pressured to have sex with the wrong person. And I think that's a lot of coming of age movies that you see.
Or like the first kiss or something like that.
Yeah, and they make it out to be like, oh, he's going to be there forever. And we know life is so much complicated than that. And I always remember, you know what annoyed me? I used to romanticize that uni is going to be the life-changing event. I'm going to find my mans, I'm going to get a degree, get that job. And if you know the law, that did not happen.
Oh, actually, there is a statistic that England in particular is one of the most overqualified countries in the world in regards to what qualifications you have compared to your job. 37% of people are overqualified. The worldwide average is 23%.
Damn.
So a lot of people in England are actually currently overqualified for their jobs.
And that's why it's okay to work in retail. If you watched our last episode.
If not, go back, watch it, then come back, watch this.
And I think as well, right, I think that's why Skins, was it Skins, the UK show? I haven't seen
I've
it.
not seen it, no.
But apparently that was written from young people. They had young people in the writer's room, and the cast was quite the age of that. And I think it gave that, wow, I don't know, I haven't seen, but what I've saw, it felt quite raw. And I think as well, why is like coming of age movies so obsessed with like moving somewhere and that would change your life in the span of your...
Oh, I also hate, like, they've been dating for like a month and it's the love of their life and they're going to get married. Hell no. I was dating my partner, we moved in together, was going to buy a house together, walked out.
I don't know if Normal People is it's got Paul Mescal and Daisy Edgar-Jones. I haven't seen it, but it's
I don't know, I thought you watched that.
I don't know. I don't think so. But it's like what I've heard about it, it's like a series on the BBC based on a book, and they go through secondary school, uni, and they meet each other, but they never like he hides her relationship with her because he's like rugby and she's like academic, and then that secret. So you see their journey be messy, vulnerable, according to what I heard on the internet. And I think that when you think love, it is messy and complicated.
Yeah.
And I think your first love is, I say this like I know, but it's usually, unless you're those diamond in the roughs, those childhood sweethearts.
I mean, it can happen. It
can happen, but like you have to be so sure of yourself for it, because a lot of the first relationships you're figuring out that your ideal person isn't your ideal person because you don't know what you want, and when you're young you are a different person. So if you can't grow up together, and say the person was very outgoing and you realize later down in life you want to settle down, you don't want to be crazy parties and that, and if you don't grow up together in that mentality shift, it tends not to work. And I think
also, do you know what's weird? Like an acquaintance of mine in her 40s, like just slowly realised that her and her husband had fallen out of love with each other. So they lived together, had 2 kids, and like they just kind of became housemates essentially. So they made the amicable decision to split up, and now they're both in new relationships, and they're both a lot happier for it. But she said the worst part about it is none of them had done anything wrong, but they both just fell out of love. They grew up, they'd been together like 20 something years, and they just became different people. They were different people than when they first started dating, and now they were married with 2 kids in a house, and they just weren't what each other needed anymore. So you never know. Anything could happen, anything could change, and that person you settle with at 17 might not be your forever person. But if they are, amazing, great, you've hit the jackpot.
I think when you're young and you consume all this, media, it warps your perception.
Yeah, it makes you think that everything is one big fairy tale, doesn't it?
Like in Lady Bird, whole scene where it's like, I want to be where the culture is. Basically, that was New York, and her mum was very like friction, butt head. She wants to get out of the house like she grew up in, and it got me thinking that I haven't experienced it, but you have. Moving out, it's hard because you're leaving the comfort.
I've lived with 2 partners, and it's very
housemates as well.
Yeah, and I've lived with housemates as well. Living with someone is completely different to spending time with them outside.
And it's not like friends where like they're next door neighbours, they get along.
Yeah.
Because it's a different dynamic. And I think Friends kind of, because it was a comedy,
Friends kind of did, you did see like them falling out and stuff.
Yeah. And I think what I liked was, I seen this like little clip of them like, half of them can't afford luxury and half of them are just struggling, and there's just like one set of friends don't think about money like that and go out to nice restaurants, and they're like struggling to keep up, and it's nice to see that people are struggling. But I think once it warps your perception, and I think we should normalise you don't need to find love till you're ready, and do it at your own speed.
Yeah. Like, your life isn't a coming of age film. If it is, I mean, amazing.
Sign me up. Tell me where the cheat sheets are to that.
Honestly. But your life isn't a coming of age film, and don't be disheartened if you don't have your life together by 20, because a lot of people I know don't.
This guy.
Think of like Alan Rickman. He didn't get his first major role until he was in like his 40s, and then he became like worldwide known. So
I think we should, coming of age and I think I like it when I see the coming of age stuff for older people. When I mean older people, I mean like 30s, 40s, because you at 30, I feel like you got a sense of who you are and the
Yeah.
identity. You might still...
You spend your 20s figuring out who you are, not settling down for the rest of your life.
And I feel like the good coming of, I can't think about it, but like the TV shows when they're still in their 30s, still trying to figure shit out, and like they might not have a career and they're still trying to figure it out, and then move back in with the parents. There's something raw about that. And there's something, the messier it is, the more... I think I was watching a comedy called Not Dead Yet. It's basically somebody writes obituaries, like, you know, the dead people column.
Yeah.
And she breaks up with her fiance, and then she has to get a roommate, and she realizes that she's still stuck writing those obituaries or whatever they're called. And it was just like, it's nice to see that, because I think we're under a pressure now just from random people, like we said a few episodes ago, that who decides when you should be successful in your 20s? Who decides you should be married by your 30s? And I think that, like I said in the couple of episodes ago, that's arbitrary. Like, it's because people died and, you know, but let's just live your life for you, and this shit would come eventually. Because I think at that informative years, you don't know who you are. You don't even know what you want. Why are you settling when you still got the world to explore?
Oh, 100% on that. 100%. But I mean, guys, in the comments, if there's any coming of age films that you think are actually accurate and reflective of real life, let us know, because I am yet to watch one.
Yeah, and I think YOLO, create your own like coming of age movie, and
Create your own coming of age movie at 50. Who cares? Just enjoy
that'd
your
be
life.
cute.
Enjoy your life, guys. See you
Right,
next
bye.
episode. Bye.
We're coming to the end of the episode. Thank you for listening. Like we say, work hard, but dream even harder.